Trapped Games, the Gaia Trilogy, also known as the Soulblazer Trilogy, are 3 games developed by Quintet, released for the Super Nintendo, and never released anywhere else. These games being Soulblazer in 1992, Illusion of Gaia in 1993, and Terenigma in 1995. They are an unofficial trilogy, united by their developer, and also the themes present throughout. All of them are action RPGs that deal heavily with themes of destruction and recreation. And small things unite them, such as reoccurring characters like Turbo the dog. So when playing these games, it's sort of like reading stories that are all written by the same author. While different stories that are technically not connected, you notice little isms throughout. In Soulblazer, you play as a being created by God to restore the world. Evil has apparently locked everything away, and you release people, buildings, plants, and animals by slaying groups of monsters in dungeons, and people's heads, and objects sometimes. Illusion of Gaia is about a boy named Will, and his friends trying to stop an approaching calamity. Will is given this task by Gaia. To do this, he can move things with his mind and change form. You go about to various places from the real world, but their time and place is all wrong, as if the world has been shuffled. Terenigma only came out in Japan and Europe, and is about a troublemaker that opens Pandora's box. But this sets in motion events that will restore the world to the way it should be, as the boy had been living in a comfortable lie. While none of these games were great sellers back in the day, they all were cult hits. As in the Super Nintendo days, role-play games were a very niche market, at least here in the West. But even after Final Fantasy VII and the rise of the JRPG in the West, these games never got a re-release in any form. No PlayStation Edition, no Virtual Console release, no PlayStation 2 compilation. Recently, another Quintet-developed game, ActRaiser, received a remake, and while I haven't had the chance to play it yet, it did get me thinking about other Quintet games, like the Gaia Trilogy. I wouldn't even want a full-blown remake. I'd be happy if they were the exact same games from the 90s, maybe with just a slight polish on their translations. Because as it stands now, it's very difficult for a modern gamer to experience these games, at least officially. And this is a real shame, and it applies to basically every game that was developed by Quintet. But for now, these games remain trapped, way back on the Super Nintendo. Please do like, comment, subscribe, and tell your friends.